Hi. Hi, you guys.
What's happening? Oh, like I was about to say. I was listening to the radio on Friday on my way to Morrisville. And I was listening to 93.5 or something. I don't remember the station. They were saying that a guy, one of these incidents, like you said, you wish that was you because you wouldn't return it. Well, the guy found a bag of money and it was 8 G's in it. And he returned it.
My dad will return it too.
Not me.
So we were just in Whole Foods, right? And we were walking out, and on the ledge, there's some change. It's like, it looked like a couple quarters and, you know, just a bunch of change. And Ron was like, look. And I was like, why don't you get it? He said, because it's not mine to take. But no one was there. It was left. It is. How do you know that it's not yours to take now? It's yours to take because it's there. And he said it'd be one thing if it was on the ground outside or whatever, but on a shelf in a supermarket, he's not taking it.
And I know what y'all thinking. It has nothing to do about what people looking at me and stuff like that. It has nothing to do with that. It's just maybe somebody else. Well, first of all, if
he's
you're
thinking maybe they, you know, clean out their pockets or whatever, and they might circle back around for it, and it'll still be there.
Well, first of all, if your ass in Whole Foods, your ass ain't broke, because Whole Foods ain't cheap. That's number one.
Wow. Or you budget for it. Because, I mean, we're not broke, but we're not,
shit.
We all right.
The boy broke.
But we budget to get the things we want from whatever grocery store or wherever we're going to go shopping at.
Tired of budgeting.
Well, you know. Even if we were rich, I'd still budget.
I mean, but I won't go crazy. I just, you know, I do
you
my
would
thing.
go crazy.
Nah.
You put us in the poorhouse. You love to shop.
I'm glad you think like that about your husband.
Oh, God.
Appreciate that. Oh, you thought, oh, that was a joke. That was so funny, baby. Yeah.
Anywho. Happy Saturday, you guys. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's foggy and overcast and cold, but it's winter. That's what you get. Thank you for turning the heat on. Now that I have heat in my car.
Now, what was I talking about?
I'm afraid I have something in my teeth.
What was I talking about in the car? In the house?
We were talking about soulmates and
what?
Soulmates.
Oh.
And things related to that. Because I was saying, I don't care what anybody's saying. I don't believe in no soulmates. Blah, blah, blah. And
yeah, I talk like that too.
And I was saying I don't necessarily believe in soulmates. Like, I joke around and say Ron's my soulmate, but I don't believe in soulmates in the sense that there's only one person that you're ever completely connected to for the rest of your life. I don't believe that. I do believe that there are people that we have a connection with, you share energy with, your energy complements their energy, and you know, you can coexist in a peaceful manner and things like that. But the soulmate thing, I don't believe there's just one person for a person.
Yeah, but that may be. But once you have one person, you're just gonna be with one person until, you know.
But like you were saying, like you were starting to say, you know, you just decide. Being with somebody for the long haul is a decision. Through the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah, it's a conscious decision.
It's a conscious, everyday, intentional decision.
Like I've always said, you may have a job that pays you, but you also have a job that pays you in love and wealth and happiness. And that's your, whether it's a boyfriend and girlfriend or marriage or whatever. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. It's, you have a job. People can say it's not a job. Well, okay. I don't have to make her happy. She don't have to make me happy. We both have to be our individual happy. But there's things that you need to do. Yes, I said need. There's things you need to do as a couple to help improve that person's happiness and well-being. To me.
Yeah. I was talking to a guy Justin at work and his manager. What?
I didn't mean to get on this.
And she and I we were basically saying that, you know, I respect you, I love you, and I consider you in my decisions and in your happiness, in my happiness. And if you're doing the same thing, then everybody's needs are always met. If you're making sure that you meet my needs and are respectful and loving to the best of your ability, and I'm doing the same toward you, then our needs are met.
Well, let me throw a wrench in there. What about when there's money involved? Like that, either one person have money or both have money.
Well,
then it can get pretty. Or throw another wrench in there. Children.
Well, the money situation.
Because people get real nasty. You got that money, boy. I'm telling you.
Yeah, and that's why Ron and I agreed that if we ever hit the lottery, we're splitting it down the middle first. Because he has different ideas of how he wants to spend the money, and I have different ideas of how I want to spend the money.
Yeah, she's going to be over the globe. All over, literally. On the globe.
On top of it.
On top of it.
Plus, I'm more generous than Ron is.
No, I'm not.
And
I do stuff for people, but that will not be told or broadcast, but not as much as she probably will. I'm not breaking my bank to go back to where I was. I'm not going back.
And I wouldn't either.
I'm not going back to being broke. At one time before, I'm pretty sure this is in a later video. At one time, she had an earlier video. At one time, in her headspace, she gonna tell me her immediate family, everybody getting $1 million. I said, you out your damn mind.
Well, first of all, I have 3 brothers and a sister.
I don't care.
Ron doesn't have siblings.
I don't care. My brother ain't getting $1 million.
You don't have a brother.
I don't give a shit. I don't care.
But if I have $25 million,
You ain't getting $1 million.
I can give
you a quarter.
Each of my siblings $1 million.
I give you a quarter.
But I will tell them, when you go through that money, there's no more where that came from.
I give you a quarter. I don't mean literally a quarter. I mean $250,000. I'll give you that.
Because I feel
that's more than enough.
2 of my siblings will run through their cash.
That's more than enough, man. A quarter is enough. Now
$250,000?
Yeah, that's more than enough. Now your parents.
It is.
Now your mom's. Nah, that's a different story.
I'm not giving my mom no money because she don't run through the money.
No,
I'll give it to my dad.
I mean overall.
Like, you take care of y'all.
No, I mean overall, like parents. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about your mom. Like, because I probably would do the same thing with my moms. I don't think I would actually give her, like, here, mom, have this $2 million or whatever. I have an allowance. I have it set up like to where as though she can do what she want to do, and it don't run out. And if it does, you gotta look
for the month. If you run out for the month, you gotta wait till next month.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I think your mom will go spend crazy at first because she loves stuff. If you guys saw her house, it's decorated. Every inch is decorated.
Oh yeah, she likes her stuff.
But I think after a while she'll calm down and be like, all right, let me just calm down and sit back in the cut and enjoy what I have here.
Because now she'll be so happy that she's free and she don't have to work.
Yeah.
So she will go crazy like anybody else. Like
I think
me,
maybe she'll start going out and doing stuff more, like traveling more.
Traveling? My mom's scared to drive from here to there.
I will go with her.
How the hell she gonna travel?
I'm like, come on, Linda. Let's hit the road, Jack.
I know y'all saw that. That popped right out of my mouth.
What was it? Your mint?
Mm-hmm.
Right out your mouth?
Mm-hmm.
And you threw it at that car right there.
I sure did, you bastard.
Where we going now?
Don't worry about that. Just keep talking.
Okay.
Oh, was we supposed to go to the Fresh
Market? Yeah.
Oh,
Watch the hole. Watch the hole.
So yeah, I didn't. The whole soulmate thing is a bunch of crock to me. I like I told my wife, I said, you make a conscious effort with the person you really care about and really love and decide you really want to be with, whether it's 5 years, 10 years, 12 years, then people will start to notice, oh, they're made for each other. Nah, we ain't fucking made for each other. We spent the time to do the necessary things for each one to be happy. And for your faults and my flaws or whatever the case may be, you learn how to deal with that better as you grow and become older. You know, you're supposed to become wiser as you get older, not dumber. You know what I mean?
You can't even get in there.
Yeah, because
you should go across and come around.
Yeah, I'll do that. How about
turn your blink off?
I appreciate you, sir.
Oh, you guys noticed I got my hair done. We were supposed to talk about this last time. The last video we did, I said I was going to get my hair done. I got my hair done. I'm going into my 3rd week. It's getting a bit fuzzy now, but I'm still keeping it for 1 more week.
She rough, y'all. She rough.
Somebody else is rough.
On what?
On me.
What do you mean?
I wake up with no scarf on. It's not my fault.
Oh, I did that.
Yes.
Oh,
because let me tell you how Ron sleeps.
I'm the bad.
Ron sleeps all over me. Yeah. Okay? Like, he'll have me in like a headlock. He'll be caressing my head while I'm sleeping. I'm just like, oh my God, this guy. Like, I'm trying to sleep here. So Ron knocks my scarf off while I'm sleeping.
Oh, I do that.
Yes. He does. He's rough.
Y'all notice.
He had on his coronavirus mask, you saw?
Y'all notice I get blamed for everything.
Yeah. Yeah. You do.
But that's how the soulmate thing for me. The soulmate thing came about because my wife was having a discussion earlier and just, you know, helping someone out. And then that's when I just came out and said that you have to put a conscious effort in a relationship if you want to keep. And that goes for anything. Friendship, marriage, co-workers, boss.
Yeah, any type of relationship. Because someone else I know is having an issue with a friend and they're not talking to each other right now. And I said, you know, somebody has to be the bigger person. And this person is like, well, no, they're not talking to me, so I'm not calling them. No, it shouldn't be that way. If you love somebody and you call them your friend and you want to have a relationship with this person, then you reach out. It doesn't matter if they're not talking to you. Find out what happened. You know, even though they want to be petty, they don't want to say what happened, they just want to ignore you, whatever the case may be, reach out to them. Hey, I don't know what happened, but what's up? How you been? What's going on? You want to talk about it? And if they continue to be, if they go on to be nasty or something after that, then, you know, give them their space. But at least you reached out. Let them know, I'm thinking about you. I know there's a problem going on here, but despite that problem, I'm still here trying to keep the lines of communication open. And now it's on you. Yeah,
I would keep trying until I'm done. You know, I'll keep
like
trying.
I did with Marcy. We didn't talk for over a year.
Man, you just like to say people's real names.
She knows.
I mean, I'm okay with that, but
we didn't talk for over a year for a misunderstanding, and one day out of the blue, she called me. But in that time frame, I sent her cards, I sent her letters, and it was one-sided. I would give her updates on what's going on in our lives and keep her up to date. We moved from another state in that time. My dog passed away. My grandmother died. Lots of things happened. And I would just send her letters. Hey, this is going on. Hope you're doing well. And she wasn't responding to me. But I loved her enough to keep trying, because some relationships are worth saving. And I felt that this relationship was worth saving. And a year or so later, all of a sudden, my phone rang and it was her. So, you know, a lot of people didn't agree with it at the time. Even Ron said, that's done. Forget that relationship. Move on. Other friends, why are you still trying with this chick? Move on. But I know my heart and I know what works for me. And if I'd have just given up, that wouldn't have sat well with me. Now, mind you, by the time I did give up, she called. I was done. Like, I still loved her. I still cared about her. I still kept her in my prayers, but I was done reaching out. I figured it's been over a year. I've made it well known that whatever's going on, we need to discuss it. And I did all I could do. And then it was up to her to get over whatever she needed to get over and come back. And she did. And we've been fine ever since. And that was many, many years ago now. So you just have to decide, you know. And same thing in me and Ron's relationship. We've had issues where, you know, it would have been easier to walk away. But you have to remember your commitment. And regardless of what you're going through, you have, as long as there's no danger of bodily harm, I'd say, then you have to You can't just say, oh, I'm not happy, this relationship isn't fulfilling, I'm gonna move on. Well, you took vows. You have to decide what you need to do to make it fulfilling again. Sit down and have some serious conversations. Get yourselves in counseling. Have lots of conversations and figure out what needs to be done to fix your situation. Because it's not his responsibility to make me happy. It's not my responsibility to make him happy. But if we continue to respect each other and meet each other in the middle, then we'll both be happy. But it comes with a lot of respect and open communication.
And also you'll see it come to full circle. It's amazing when you see it, not just in your relationship, but you'll see it when it comes to your family. Because if your family, especially when you're the young one or the nephew or the son or the whatever, and if you've been in a relationship and your family and friends, they start to see you grow, of course some people will hate on you, regardless if it's family and friends. And then you got some that be like, man, you know what, that person really did grow up, man. And then you'll see it come full circle, where eventually you'll start seeing your friends text you and call you and start asking you personal stuff, like, how do you guys still have it together? And you be brutally honest with them, you know what I mean? And then your family members will call, and then they'll talk to you about stuff and ask you to keep it just between you and them. Like me and my wife, we have that now. Like we have, on her side and my side, we have friends and family that confide in us with stuff that they trust us to keep their information just with us. And then they want to have some feedback, whether it's just to rant or just to get it out, just to even get it out.
Yeah.
And then occasionally they'll want a guidance. It's not always guidance, but sometimes they just want to rant to somebody that they know that's not gonna make or not gonna look at them weird. Because you know, when you talk to somebody about something, a lot of people will start looking at you differently.
Especially if you give them advice and they don't take your advice, then that person starts judging them because you're still doing something different or against what they should be doing.
Yeah, when you start growing and people start seeing your immaturity becomes mature, because I'm telling you, I was very immature. Let me tell you something. I was so damn immature. I'm telling you, I could have been the band. You understand?
A band called Immature?
Immature. But anyway, so I am very, I'm happy, man. I'm really happy that people see what we establish. And yeah, we may not have, what the?
Go around this fool.
So, every, yeah, I'm distracted, yo. I just truly am happy when I can see family and friends, and even my wife will come to me and talk to me about stuff, and then I'll come to her and talk about stuff. Now, I won't talk to her about a lot of the things that's going on with me, because some of that stuff she just doesn't need to know. I understand she should know, but a lot of it she just doesn't need to know. You know what I mean? Because there's some things that you just have to deal with on your own.
Yeah.
Even your mate can't do anything about it.
You're right. And I'm the same way. Like, sometimes you just need to work it out in your head and in your heart on your own and process it.
You gotta process it and reflect. A lot of people, that's stupid. No, I'm telling y'all, I've been reflecting on my life, not the past, I'm just talking about now. And when you come home after a long day of work or whatever you do, reflect on that day and see how you could have made it better for yourself and anybody else that you encountered. And that's what I do every day. I try my best to reflect. If I flip somebody off, I go, okay, how I could have dealt with that better. Or if I met somebody that day and probably gave them a little attitude, well, how can I deal with that better? I always do my best to improve every single day. And only way you can do that is when you take your ass home, and once you're done cooking for the kids, cooking for the husband, cooking for yourself, or the husband doing the same thing, or cleaning, or whatever the hell you doing, once you sit your ass down, you need to reflect on that day, if you can remember, because like this one, she can't remember 2-3 minutes ago.
I'm a goldfish.
But yeah, reflect on your day, and reflect every day, and you just try to figure out how to make yourself better. And I don't care if you want to argue with somebody. What's better? You being right or having a good relationship or relationships? What do you want?
And even just peace of mind, like.
Because the argument.
Because a lot of times when you're arguing with somebody, it's just so you can convince them of your side.
Yeah.
And why do you need to always do that?
It's
so
not
you
worth
have to
it.
pick your battles. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. There's some things that you just downright just can't handle, and you have to say something. Understandable. But every single thing, it's not worth it. I'm telling you, because that's the way I used to be. I got
dizzy.
I couldn't. All right. I couldn't. I can't. I used to couldn't let nothing go. But now,
no, he couldn't let nothing go. But now he's just like, okay.
Okay. And I do it to anybody.
And that's my word of 2020. Okay. Not in a smart ass sarcastic way. You know, you can be like, okay.
Yeah.
But no, not like, okay.
Yeah.
Nice and neutral.
Yep.
Move on. Shuts things down. Like, and you could tell sometimes people don't like the okay, because they're like, they want to keep saying stuff, and I'm like, I said okay.
Okay. Yep.
Like, well, I don't know what else you want. I said okay. I heard you.
Trust me.
I have nothing else to say. So okay.
I be wanting to just but I'm like, okay, do I want this to just be a better relationship regardless of who not even just with my wife, just anybody.
Better relationships.
Do I want it to be a better relationship?
Yeah.
Just overall. So do I want to argue with you, or do I want to just go, okay? So that's what I do. I just go, okay.
I think that everybody or most people are just in the habit of just vomiting out whatever they need to say, and they're not thinking of the consequences or how these feelings hurt people, or they're not even giving themselves to get their own thoughts together before they just spew out whatever they're saying. And I think that sometimes you have to take a step back and think, okay, how do I really want to word this so I can get my feelings heard and my point across? Because a lot of times when you get into your feelings, you say things that you don't necessarily mean, or you say things that are to be hurtful on purpose, and that's counterproductive. So you want to make sure you're taking a breath,
and that's where the soulmate comes in.
Thinking about it.
If you want someone to be your soulmate, you decide right then and there the person you with. If you've been on it for 2 years, 5 years, 6 years, whatever the case may be, just like everybody says, oh, the man should ask the woman if they want to marry. Well, guess what? That's BS today. I'm telling you, man, woman, doesn't matter. You try to make it work if that's the person you want to be with. And if that doesn't work, then that's on you to make the decision from there.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, when you want to be with somebody and you want it to work, that's where that's where your consciousness come at, and that's when you have to make the decisions that work well for you, and you have to do the woosah, you have to do the inhale and exhale, and you have to figure out how to 180 that relationship, because maybe it was toxic before and now you're trying to how you say it?
Untoxify. No, I don't know.
Let's use that. Let's just go with that. So you go with that, and that's hard. That's a building.
Detox.
That's a building right there. You have to build, and sometimes that build may not happen, and then sometimes it will. But it's up to you to do it as long as you can.
And you have to just level up your consciousness. You know, people always say, oh, I'm leveling up. It's not just career or money or status. It's your consciousness as well. If we spend more time leveling up our consciousness, then I think that we'll all be in a better place.
And that's it for us today, y'all. Hopefully y'all like that talk that we had, and we'll be bringing more to y'all, all right? So, we're the Graysons, and we're out.
Bye. Have a great day.
I can't turn it off.